Conor Benn did an interview on TV last night in which he was asked why he doesn't just submit this 270-page dossier of evidence to the British Boxing Board of Control. And his only answer was because of pride. That's it. No other explanation than pride. I've been saying all along that Conor Benn has handled this whole situation terribly from a PR perspective, and he continues to do so. I've been wondering who has been advising this young man, if he's received any advice at all, and now I have come to suspect that it's his dad who's telling him what to do in this situation. And let's be real about it. The Benns are not the sharpest tools in the box. They're not bright people. You don't have to be an old head like me who watched Nigel Benn during his career back in the 80s and 90s to be able to figure that out. All you need to do is see, a minute of an interview with Nigel Benn or with Conor Benn, and it's blatantly obvious. And I'm not saying that to be mean to them. I'm just being real. So if it is, as I suspect, Nigel Benn advising his son Conor on what to do from a PR perspective, then it's a case of the blind leading the blind. I have to concur with what a lot of many other boxing fans are saying, which is that Conor Benn should have gone on TalkSport and got grilled by Simon Jordan. If he wants to make a media appearance, that's what he should do. From a PR perspective, it's better to go that route because then you don't look like you're hiding from scrutiny. The questions he was asked last night, yes, some of them were relevant questions, but Benn was allowed to get away with unsatisfactory answers. He wasn't pressed. His dad is friends with Morgan and has been for many years. That was a friendly interview masquerading as a tough one. Conor Benn would win a lot of favor back from the fans just going on Simon Jordan's show, even before it's happened. The fact that he'd be willing to go on there, people would say, okay, fair enough. He's actually going to step up to the plate and face the music here, allow himself to get properly quizzed on what's going on. Now, some will point out that Simon Jordan's show doesn't have as broad a reach as the show Benn went on, but it's not just the show itself, it's the reverberations from the show. And when you're put on the spot and asked tough questions and not allowed to worm your way out of it, that is going to resonate more with the public. That's going to reverberate more, in my opinion. There'll be endless articles about the interview. There'll be endless videos about the interview. It will generate stronger feelings and stronger emotions when you step up and actually partake in something real. When you have this little soft interview, that's not going to do it for you. I think this interview just makes him look worse, at least among boxing fans. With regards to the general population, people that really don't watch boxing, people who just know Conor Benn because of his dad's name, maybe they'll feel different, I don't know. But among boxing fans, and I include the majority of casual fans in this, I don't think this interview has gone down well from what I can see online. And what I mean by that is I don't think people who were previously skeptical about his innocence have been convinced like that, at least not most of them from what I've seen. In fact, with some people, it's the opposite. There are some people who are saying, I wasn't sure whether he was guilty or innocent before, but now they're 100% sure that he's guilty. And I'll come on to one of them in a separate video. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about Conor Benn doing this big interview. Was it a good move? Was it a bad move? Most people are describing it as yet another PR disaster. Who's advising him? Do you, like me, suspect it's actually his dad? And the reason I've come to this suspicion now is because his dad is friends with Morgan. Yeah, don't worry about it, fam. You know what I'm going to do? Make a couple of phone calls and get you on that pier with Morgan. You'll be all right, fam. You'll be all right. He'll look after you, fam. That's the kind of conversation I imagine has taken place behind the scenes. Let me know what you guys think. Are you sick and tired of the mainstream mindset? Does the dogmatic conformity and pathological ignorance have you tearing your hair out in frustration? Then don't be alone. Come and join our brotherhood on Patreon. We stand as a beacon of reason against an army of insanity. You'll gain access to my weekly topical podcast where we take more deep dives than Jacques Cousteau on an endless variety of subjects. There's also videos, interviews, live Q&As, as well as a vast back catalogue of previous episodes, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen via the Patreon app or download in high-quality MP3. Connect with myself and hundreds of other members in our Element chat group. There's no contract, no commitment. You can cancel at any time, and it's cheaper than a Mickey D's McMuffin. Just head to my Patreon page via the link below this video and select the tier called the Brotherhood of Reason. I'll see you over there.